The universe was vast, but the death worlds were its most mysterious corners. These planets, scattered across star systems, were known for their harsh environments and brutal inhabitants, a place where survival demanded strength, cunning, and an almost inhuman capacity to endure pain. Among these worlds stood Kale 7, a planet shrouded in perpetual twilight, where every breath carried traces of toxic fumes, and every step risked awakening deadly predators buried beneath the ash-laden soil. On this particular day, Kale 7 had become the stage for an unexpected encounter. A fleet of alien warriors from the Dominion, a militaristic empire notorious for conquering weaker species, had descended upon the planet with grand ambitions. Their leader, Commander Vale, believed that subjugating Kale 7's natives would be a simple task. After all, they were merely primitive beings compared to his technologically superior forces. What he didn't anticipate was how wrong he'd be. The Dominion soldiers landed near one of the larger settlements on Kale 7, flanked by towering mechs armed with plasma cannons. The air shimmered with heat as they marched forward, confident in their overwhelming firepower. But when they reached the settlement, there was no sign of resistance. Instead, they found rows of crude dwellings made from salvaged metal and stone, surrounded by eerie silence. It wasn't until they entered the central structure that things began to unravel. Inside, the Dominion warriors discovered something that stopped them cold, a massive crystalline device, taller than any of their mechs, pulsing faintly with light. Its surface was etched with intricate patterns that seemed to shift and change as if alive. At first glance, it appeared to be some kind of relic or artifact, perhaps a religious symbol of the locals. But then, one of the engineers noticed something unusual. The device emitted signals consistent with data storage technology far beyond anything the Dominion possessed. "This can't be right," muttered Tech, the lead engineer, adjusting his visor as he scanned the crystal. "It's storing exabytes of information per second." Vale frowned, stepping closer. "Explain yourself, Tech." Tech hesitated, struggling to find words. "Commander, our best memory cores hold terabytes of data at most. This thing, it's processing billions of times more. It's doing so effortlessly, like it's nothing." A murmur rippled through the ranks. Even the hardened warriors couldn't hide their unease. They had come here expecting savages wielding sharpened sticks, not advanced technology that defied comprehension. For a moment, fear crept into their minds. If these primitives could create such a device, what else might they be capable of? Before anyone could act, the ground trembled slightly. From the shadows emerged a figure clad in patched armor, their face obscured by a mask crafted from bone and steel. Behind them stood others, similarly garbed, their eyes glowing faintly in the dim light. These were the people of Kale 7, survivors who had adapted to their unforgiving world over centuries. To outsiders, they looked like little more than scavengers, but appearances were deceiving. "You've trespassed," said the leader, their voice low and resonant. "Leave now or face the consequences." Vale sneered, regaining his composure. "Your threats mean nothing. We are the Dominion. You will submit to us." The leader tilted their head, as though considering the words. Then, without warning, they reached out and touched the crystalline device. Instantly, the room filled with a soft hum and images began to flicker around them. Scenes of battles fought long ago, strategies analyzed and perfected, entire civilizations reduced to ash. The Dominion warriors watched in stunned silence as the device displayed knowledge accumulated over millennia, memories preserved with perfect clarity. "What is this sorcery?" whispered one of the soldiers, taking a step back. "It's not sorcery," replied another, trembling. "It's memory, raw, unfiltered memory. Everything they've ever experienced, stored here." Vale's confidence wavered. He turned to Tech. "Can we replicate this?" Tech shook his head. "Not even close. Our understanding of quantum computing is still in its infancy. This is mastery." The leader of the Kale 7 natives stepped closer, their gaze piercing. "You think yourselves powerful because you conquer others. But true power lies in knowledge, in remembering. Without it, you are nothing." For the first time in his life, Vale felt doubt gnawing him. His empire relied on domination, on erasing cultures, and rewriting histories. Yet here stood a people who valued memory above all else, preserving their identity despite unimaginable hardships. It was a concept alien to him, yet undeniably compelling. "Why'd show us this?" Vale asked, his tone less aggressive now. "To warn you," came the reply. "If you continue down your path, you will destroy yourselves. Memory is fragile. Once lost, it cannot be regained. Do not make the same mistakes we did." As the Dominion warriors retreated to their ships, shaken to their core, the crystalline device continued to pulse softly, its glow illuminating the faces of the Kale 7 natives. They watched silently, knowing full well the weight of what they guarded. For them, memory wasn't just a tool, it was life itself, and they would protect it at any cost. Back aboard their flagship, Vadel stared out at the desolate landscape of Kale 7, replaying the events in his mind. The Dominion prided itself on being the pinnacle of evolution, yet today they had encountered something greater, something humbling. Perhaps, he thought, it was time to reconsider what truly defined strength. Far below, the people of Kale 7 returned to their daily lives, unperturbed by the fleeting presence of invaders. They knew better than to fear those who sought to dominate. After all, the real battle wasn't waged with weapons. It was fought within the minds of those who dared to remember.